Welcome back to Timberborn and our new Diorama playthrough. And now you're going to say, huh? What? Where's everything, pig? Well, this is like a pre-video to the video that we're going to do. Now, I'll explain why. One of the problems we've got is how to get water around the terrain. Now, there's a couple of different ways we can do it. We could use metal platforms, as I've said before, or we can try and devise a way of using the terrain to our advantage. Now, I'm just going to move over an image here. So, imagine the ground is basically this. This is the same size map as New Diorama, so it doesn't matter the size of the map. We're going to use this idea. If there's another way of doing it, I don't know. I've just been, trying to work a way around this. So, when they see these magenta points, and I'll go through that. Now, what we want to do is what do we want under the terrain? So, say we excavate out, and we have a top and a bottom layer. How high do we want that top and bottom layer? And where do we need to put the posts? This is what these are, these posts. But the dirt posts, not that. And the reason why the dirt posts is the way Timberborn works is high up, if you have a water source, it will automatically water the rest of it further down. I'm sure how that works. I've not tested it yet, so this might be a complete and absolutely utter a brain fart, if you like. But we'll see. So now we've taken that as a 2D image. I'll go through it with you. So I'm just going to move this over. I don't know the train system very well, but it's sort of self-explanatory. So I'm going to go to this corner, which you imagine. This is, I think at the moment, these are where the houses are, and this is where the mine is up here, and the you know what I mean? This is, and the water source is over here, so at the top. So it doesn't matter, but it just get you in the mindset. That's why I did by that. So if we do what we want to be able to get things under this level. It doesn't matter that it's not on the first level, that the lowest level to game. That's not the problem. In the game, we'd do that, but I just don't want to be messing about, So we'll go for 3. The reason why is then we can get the grill and things like that under there. Strangely enough, the grill will go even though the smoke doesn't class as a thing. So that's 1, 2, 3. So we need actually 4. Because we need 3 spaces. Now, if we go back to that's our first corner, we go back to here, we need to have 4 spaces and then another one. Now, obviously, once this is done, I'll go back and show you why. 2, 3, 4. Then we have another 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have that. It's not great, but it's the only way that I can think of a way to be able to do it. We also now, if we take our image and it would be rotated, so we've done these 2, we want to be 3 spaces over and 2 in. So we want to be 3 spaces over. That's there, so that would be there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we got 4. And then now we're carrying on with our spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get a pattern like that. Now the next one over would be the same. So we need to carry this over. Now, I'll show you a reason why. This should actually work. Obviously there's nothing on this side, so it'll only go so far, but you can see what I mean. So if we grab this and we start doing the terrain, as you can see there, all that is filled in. Again, on here, we can fill all this in. Up to obviously a point, you'd have another one. You'd have to work out where the 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you get this. You get another. Say, imagine it's that. Obviously, then it would carry on. So that's that. So why can't we? Let's say do like a 5. 5 things like that won't work. It's just the way the gridding system works. Normally, it's if you do. We'll just take this we can see how far we can start to go out. Imagine that's the center, so we can do 3 this way, and we can do 3 this way, and we can do 3. Obviously, because we've got the center one, but eventually it'll stop. As you can see there, I can't get any more on. Again, can't get any more on. And all I could do is fill this in. So it's a form of loose diamond, if you like, sort of. I know other people may have thought of a different way, but this is the way that I've sort of come up with it. As you can see there, so it's not great. I don't know where that one actually, yeah, so that's it there. So that's as much as we can actually do. So in a sense, we're trying to off-key this, but you can't do it how you think you can do it because you'll get gaps in here, and obviously we don't want gaps. So let's go back and delete this. So then you'll see what I mean. Right, so that's a 3. Let's go back to 4, just because we want to, sometimes the terrain system can be a bit iffy. So let's say here, I'm going to move out just to here. And now you'll see what I mean by it's, that's for, let me just delete this. Let me just delete this. Ooh, I've got a bit too much there. Doesn't really matter. Oh. It was going so well. So yeah, so don't forget we carry on with this, but obviously this won't work. But I'll show you what I mean. So we're still 4 up, and then what I'll do is I'll grab this corner. That obviously works. But when I want to grab to come here, as you can see, you get these 2 holes. So that can't work. And that's because they are too far away. I know it sounds really weird that this is as much ground as we can cover without having to do a... Unfortunately, I can't do... I could do underground ruins, but I can't actually do... There's no facility to put the wood in that because it's not a... they've not got a fully fledged map, if you like, map system, or they've hidden some stuff. I don't really know. But yeah, so that's the reason why that doesn't actually work. It's a pain, but that's the way. If we don't do it, we'd have to do a system where we'd have to have the metal. So the metal has, it's a 5x5. Is that 5? That's 5. So imagine that being the metal, and then I'm doing this upside down basically. So we'd have the stuff on there, but the trouble is if we build a metal platform, that's what it's called, a metal platform, a 5x5 or a 3x3 or whatever, then we build that. Then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to then have the dirt on top. And that's it. And the problem is how to irrigate that dirt, because obviously it can't pass down to another dirt because it's metal, or it'll be on a wood stand with then a metal, and you get like a little hook in the center. You may have seen it before with me trying to build it on other plates, but yeah. So that's how it is. So the only way that we've got is this scenario here, where I put the back, and that's what I worked out. I had to spend quite a while trying to work out before we got to the stage of getting it done. So what we'll have to do is when we come and start this, so imagine this being all one block, imagine this being here, so you can't do it. I've got to make sure, now I can go in down here and get rid of this trench here, and because it'll be all supported, and get rid of this and keep this and keep going forward, and then work out backwards. But as we go, like I said, so if we just do this again, I hope this explains. Like I said, it's not the greatest of mapping system, but this allows us to, you know, and obviously you would carry on and build another, and then once you got to, let's say you got to an edge here, you'd have to, you know, you might have, it might be a 2 or a 3 or whatever it's going to be, you know. But this allows us to fill all the everything in, if I can get it to do it, without having no problem whatsoever. Sometimes this can be a bit funny. That's it. Try to get that done. Yeah. So that allows us to build. It's not great, and it, you know, you are losing quite a bit, but we can irrigate this so we can have something over the top, which I can't, unfortunately. Like I said, I can't say, well, this is what it'd be look like, because I can't build it, because the map only allows me to do terrain stuff, not actually build anything in a sense. We'll have to irrigate it, and then it'll pass down because of the dirt into the next one and into the next one. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. You know, and we'll get back to the video, the proper video now. Bye for now. Welcome back to Timberborn and this new Diorama playthrough and this pre-video. Now, we've already done one of these pre-videos, but I was doing some search. I can't remember what it was yesterday or the day before, and it was on about this, something about the buildings. But I just happened to notice. I didn't save it, and it's not here to show you. But I just happened to notice about a layout of an underground, which is what we were trying to do before. I came up with something, but there's actually a slightly change. I'm really close, but I just had it slightly wrong. And I thought I didn't want to delete, obviously, that video. And I thought it was a good idea to do a second one. And then, obviously, we're going to go to the new Diorama playthrough and do it. But I've just built the columns. So basically, it is 7 spaces between here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got this in the center. So that should do exactly the same. It gives us a bit more room, where last time I had too many columns in that, you know, I'd had more columns and less. There was nothing wrong with it. It would work. But there's a better way, you know. So that's why I didn't want to build it, because obvious reasons. I didn't want to go down the road and you seeing that, and then, like the long one. This is only a really, really short one. So I'll do that. Then I do that. And that makes it a lot easier. So then we would obviously start from, again, here. Doing the, you know, over again and over again. You know, keep going down here. And that's how that's basically our underground. The good thing about this is, obviously, we can, with it being that, we can get, you know, we can obviously still get the trees in there. But we could also get, maybe we want to, for an example, store some water, or do this or do that. We can, because this is, it's a lot easy to get something in, you know, even the large tank, for an example, you know. So anyway, I hope you enjoy that. It was only a little change, but you can see what we're going to achieve. Now, we're obviously going to achieve this in the new Diorama. I think we might do this in Cliffside. I don't think any of the others, maybe not, because it's possibly not needed, because the bigger maps. It's the smaller maps that you really need to think about this sort of thing, and not the large ones. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry that it's a pre-video to the video of a pre, you know, so we're going to double pre-video, but you can understand, I wanted to show you the concept from the first idea to the second idea, and now we're going to use this idea in the new Diorama player, which is going to start just after now, after this. Check out, we'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Welcome back to Timberborn and our new Diorama playthrough. So, taking the pre-videos into account, we should now know how to basically get this down and done. We should at least hopefully get things started in this playthrough. which is obviously what I wanted to do. This one probably won't be as long because of obviously the other ones, but we'll see how it goes. This should technically work. I want to make sure that how much dirt have I got? So I've got enough dirt, so let's increase that. I can also delete this here. I'm trying to, if I can actually get the delete going. I'm trying to make enough room for this little spot here. I will also there. That's for the gears. So that should be done. Right. Also, even though this is in use, we got 22,000. It'd be nice to actually, we could probably get rid of that one as well. I'm going to apologies if it sound a bit funny. My nose is going. My nose is having a hissy fit today. I think it's just because of the weather. And normally I would take some sort of paracetamol just to clear everything up, and I hadn't done, which is my fault. So apologies if I sound a bit slightly different. Right, so that's going to get rid of that. I don't particularly want to get rid of this for obvious reasons, because this is... yeah, they can get to that. And I'm going to delete this as well. Get them to pick that up. That's fine. I'm going to find a... Well, I might be able to find a place. I might not be able to, but I'm going to empty it out anyway. And see... see where this takes us. Because the more room I have here, while I'm waiting for this to do, the better. I might even be able to... there's 3 there. What I want to do is I'm trying to get as much room as possible. I'm trying to sort this out. Once we... Obviously, I can't do nothing until this is actually built. And actually... that needs to go up one... That will need to go up one actual more, won't it? I think that'll work. I've not actually tried it doing that, but I think so, because it's just to do with it being open, isn't it? This is obviously... well, that doesn't look as if it's... That doesn't look as if it's going to work. Well, we'll wait till we get this in. If it doesn't work how I want it to work, then I'll come up with a different plan. I mean, I could obviously build a ladder up here, still go, you know, down here and just have one, and then that would actually be able to work. But you know, like there. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right. So obviously we need to start thinking about this here, and we know that how far I can go down. So don't forget, this is actually slightly different. If we take the... I'm going to unlock this, because obviously I can anyway. So, well, it's going to be unlocked. Obviously, this is the lowest point. We'll have 1, 2, and 3. So this level here, where this is actually where the top is going to be. Which is quite nice, actually. So this, right the way through here, could actually be the trees and the things like that. Obviously, the only problem is... I suppose it's not a real problem. Maybe you were slightly thinking that, to be honest. I'm going to put this here, like I've done I've done this in some of the other playthroughs. Which I haven't obviously seen yet. 5. There's 2 options. I either go this way, or I turn it round and I go that way. Because that's 7, but I could go 7 this way and send it down this way, which would mean it would be 5, which means I'd get a lot more going this way, and I'd get less going that way, which might actually not be a bad thing in one way. So I think we're gonna slightly change. Instead of it going that way, we're gonna go it this way. So it's still obviously we stick with 1 there. But then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this square here, which I'm not going to get rid of yet. What I'm going to do is trees. I'm going to say clear for. So it's going to get that, but I want to put a square on that. I need to put something because if you do it wrong, then it's going to be absolute chaos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So the 6th one. It's always 5 spaces in, and the 6th one is the one that you got to do. So then we're still got to do it this way. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to say plank props. Clear that one, and that will give him my 7. That way I could use that as a blueprint then. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to do what I want it to do. Unfortunately, that can be the case. But there's no reason why that I can't do that. Which obviously should mean now that I have access to all of this area. Yeah. I lose 1, but that's not too bad. I'm not too much worried about that. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. That's obviously been more than likely being filled in here. How many... I'll bear in mind, this is only just temporary. And I'm going to empty that. Don't understand why I did 2, but not to worry. Now I can get rid of that. Now I can empty this, empty, and empty. Get it in that, get it in here, and then delete all that. The more room I have, the better it's going to be. Even if it's just an extra square, which is an extra tree. You know, that's what we've got to. That's what we've got to look at. Well, that's done. I'm going to have to add the some water in, I'm afraid. I can't get around that. Right, we're still waiting for this to be picked. And it doesn't look as if it can be picked. So I'm gonna tell it to get rid of that. Right, that could go. Giving us a couple more. Remember, these are oaks, so each square we get an extra. You know, we're going to get something extra, right? Oh, maybe I didn't want to do that then. Because I wanted to. Well, that was a good idea. I wanted to get the path to go this way. And I thought that I could take another 3 out here. Right, how we do? So we've got this. So now they're obviously that's. Let's get planting the trees. That'll give him some. That'll give him some prime. That's a lot of trees. At the end of the day, that's a good lot of, you know. Unfortunately, we haven't got any explosive left. That's a bit of a problem, but still. And now get rid of this. I'm going to redo this and get rid of the only trouble here is you can't. This isn't going to be. I'll probably be about. I think a couple of spaces here just will not do. You know, they won't get any trees on, but we'll fill it in nonetheless. Right, that can now be. We can now leave that alone. It will take obviously a cycle to get things going. But that is what it is. Seven. That one I need to get rid of as well. Yeah, well done. Better pick. Counting's not your strong point today. Although they can't get that anyway, so it doesn't really make so much of a difference. I am going to get rid of this though. And then I am going to fill in this. Because I got the dirt, so it doesn't really. And then that way it's a channel. It doesn't matter about the channel itself. I mean, I could go down one and then fill at the top actually, which is another thing that I can do. It's only a one. If we look at it at the moment, it's only down by one, which is this here. But it's where that's gonna. I mean, that ends here anyway, so it's not really too much of a issue. What I normally do is I've done in the past is these two here are the ones that I get rid of to blast out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. So that's where our thing is going. That's where our thing. It's a thing, which means it's going to end somewhere about here. Right where these are. Which I'm gonna get rid of them. I want to make sure I know where I'm going with this. So that's where that is. That's the first line. That's the first section of what we're going to blast down. Now I just need to work out where the other one is. So it's 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be somewhere in this. Is it this one? No, it's 3 over, isn't it? It's 1, 2, 3 there. I think it's this. No, it can't be. I always get this wrong. It's there. That's 3. It's this. It's right on. It's right on this walkway, which is a real pain, and that means I can't. So what we'll do is to just allow this to happen, so I can, so we can walk around. Is I'll just take some dynamite like that and just deepen this trench by 1. It'll more than likely, if this is the top anyway, this trench will be going anywhere. So, and I'll have to build something on the top. Right, we've got no water left. Let's get the water going. Let's pump some. Obviously, I want to change this. I want to do the treated planks and the large, but I can't just. I need to. It's really difficult. You need to move all this stuff to be able to get things going. Now, I'm not going to do. How about extract? I've got 100 and something extract. I'm not too much worried about the dirt. Although the dirt's got 1,000 anyway, so. When this water does come back, everything will start to kick in. Obviously, we got quite a lot of. I'm still waiting for this to start filling itself back up again. Once it starts filling back up, which it's starting now, let's put it on full. Let's put it on fast speed now. There we go. Now we've got the. Like I said, it's going to take a little while to. I've only just realised that if I've got nowhere to. I did one more here. That is going to be the lumberjack station, which we can tell that it can get all of this because it can go down this ladder as well. So that's another thing that we can use. So there, that's pretty good. I was going to get rid of a square, but getting rid of a square means getting rid of some logs. This I'm still waiting to be. It's around 92%. So. That can go, that could go, which means that can go, and this could go. Picking up these logs as well. So we are getting things ready. It's just, I'm going to, in fact, actually say that though, I am going to need some more extract, to be honest. But it's going to be finding a place for the extract. What I'm going to do is, this isn't going to be enough to be able to get this extract going. So we're going to start thinking about, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to use small tanks here. I can't really use much else. We'll have... I want... What for bad water? This is going to get changed. It's only just to get things steady enough. I get some more bad water. I'll get this as extract. This is extract. This is extract. And this is extract. That way, I know that I'm going to have a lot more. I'm going to have, you know, a couple of 100 and something more bad water. I'm going to have more extract here, and then I'm going to have another double the amount of extract there. Because this is full, so I can't really get any more going. I'm going to need it to blast down. And I'll obviously go through that as and when we can do this sort of thing. I'll put this as a priority. This has already been done, so now I can take this out. Now I can plant another section of trees in here. Obviously, eventually, this isn't where it's going to be. I've got nothing in range. Ah, right. So there's nothing in range because there's nothing to cut anyway. So we'll we'll mark these for cutting. But what I'm going to do is I might as well pause that. Because these are going to take an enormous amount of time to actually be able to do anyway. So it's just about getting some trees going. We need them for the planks. We need them for the, you know, so it's just the way things are going to have to be. Right, I've done a trench here. So the advantage is I can work out where this needs to be now. Which is here, here, and I think it's here. Let me just put that there and pause that. So that is 3 there. That is 3 there. Yeah. So I'll just do a. That's why I did it. I'll just do a. Oh, I might have to get one in there, I think. Let's just put that in there. That means this waterway will still, it'll still run. Right, that's fine. That's perfect. Once this is done, once this is put together, I'm only doing that so I can see where I am. If I get this wrong, then it's going to be an absolute nightmare. I need to get rid of this, and I need to get rid of this, because this is where the waterway... This is where the... This is where the tunnel system's going to be. So I'm going to unlock the tunnels and take this down. Yep. We're down again. Oh, that's going to be a bit of an issue. That means that's going to... Oh. Right. That is going to have to be blocked then. I'm going to have to... do that. Oh god. Yeah, because I've got to bury down there, and if I bury down there, then I need to go right the way down to the bottom. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Right. That needs to be, until this gets filled in, I can't do much. That's fine. That'll just water that hole there then. There we go. And I can unpause these now. And keep going down. Right. Jolly good. That's good. This is now coming in. Or it's now building the effect. This is only temporary until I can get this started going. But it's going to have to go right the way through before I start to think about other things. There's a couple more of these that I want. Why didn't it? Why did I must have set these to low and didn't change them. So that's done. Obviously, I'm not getting enough explosive. That's what I'm not getting. I've got more extract. Obviously, the extract here. I've got the. I've got enough of the bad water. The one decent thing is, if the water stops, the bad water won't stop. And I've used all this bad water already. Because I'm using it in the centrifuge, that's the trouble. But we're going to need something eventually. I mean, I can use a single. Not to, you know... It's really weird, this is bonkers, because they're platforms. And you can't go through platforms, but apparently you can actually... I know, it's wild. I went, eh? That don't make sense. So what I'll need to do is this one here. Once this is all gone down, I'll leave this one. I swap this one for ladders. That will allow me to go right the way down and choose different levels. And be able to take out a level. I'll be able to take this out. Then I'll move on and just take out another and work out where that needs to be. And keep going till I get to here. Then I can go... well, I'm using my hand to show you, but you can't see it, obviously. Going downwards, and then that'll solve that problem. It's going to take... to a next video. Like I said, this video is going to be a lot shorter than... our other ones, because obviously the pre-video. But I wanted to do the pre-video, like I said, and then I found out there was another way. So I thought, oh well, I don't want to get rid of the first one. It's like an iteration process of you started to understand how something works. All right, so this is obviously where the next. That's our. So I need to take out, as we saw in the... I need to take out all of this here by these four going down. And this then will be all supported. Obviously, down here. I need to work out... I need to work out where the top of the... I think it's this one. This is the top. And then I blast under there. And then I can use the dynamite to blast out. And that's it. And then I can go forward. But I need to do this entire sort of area that I've decided. Otherwise, I don't... Well, I suppose that's not true. I could just move these two over and start again. And then obviously what I'll do is I'll get that out. Then I'll move some trees. Then I can start to take this out and adjust it. It's a process because it's such a tiny map. There's very few maps that we have to do. I think on the Cliffside play, I'm going to be doing the same thing. Obviously, Cliffside is just twice as long as this, so you know it makes sense to do something exactly the same. So if you enjoyed this, keep an eye on Cliffside. They're the two newer styles of play. Although obviously the other ones I've learned, I've put them in there, but it's more how it should be, if you like. It should have been a 2, but not to worry. Doesn't matter. Oh, in fact, actually, if I get my head around and do it a different way, do that, then it will be a 2, because then I'll just blast that down, and that is... It's almost as... It'll need to do again, but obviously I didn't have the extract at the time. But I don't particularly want to use the extract, so I'm going to keep using the dynamite. I cannot pump enough I can't pump enough bad water with these two to be able to get things going. I could use haulers though. That would save them having to go. I was saying that though. It doesn't really make much, but it doesn't make much sense to use haulers. They're only here. But anyway, right. Are we down to the bottom? This is the thing. Yes, we are. So now in fact, actually, that's a silly way. Let's go down to the bottom. So if I take out this, I'll take out a lot of water, because that would make sense. Right, then pick this up as planks. Once you pick this lot up as planks, thank you very much. That's it, they've picked that up. I will... Where is... I think if I do it this way, as long as I don't block myself off, like that, it doesn't matter as long as I have a ladder to go down. Once I get this going, then we can start to work out where the I need 3 spaces like here. This is what I'm doing. So I've got 3, and the 4th one will be what the platform is. It's basically this, but obviously underground. And then we'll take all of that. Now I'm going to have to irrigate it as well. Now it's technically irrigated here in this channel. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay. So, and then I'll have to work away to be able to do that. It's a really lot of work, but the only alternative is to completely blast this down and then build up from that. But then you're blasting all the things down, and you're wasting the dirt that you've already got there. So it's a catch-22, but it's easier once you do the first level down with the platforms, then take that platform section out, get it to pick them all up, then use the dynamite to blast down that section. Because you could use the platforms, but you're just using. You need a load of wood. Well, that's the Achilles heel. I haven't got I'm a bit better this time than I was last time. So you can see it's all coming to fruition. It just takes time, and it does take time. We've got, once that gets to 240, and I'm not got no more extract to be able to get, all the bad water will actually start to rise, I think. I think it will. This is now done. I can basically... See, I've got 19 unemployed. That's the problem. And I've got no places at the moment to be able to do anything with them. And I've still got... Water is fine. Water's not fine. It's still, we still need, I need to pump more water. But I can't pump more water because I don't actually have any space to pump more water. I suppose I could, you know, I could technically make some. Maybe not. Anyway, we got a bad cycle, but that really doesn't make it right. Here we go. So I'm just going to pause this 2 seconds. So I cannot get rid of this. This is our first lane, if you like. So that would be gone. No, I don't want. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of it. It just needs to know where the first. That's the second one. That's the third one. This is the top. So in effect, that's the next one. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to take this out because I don't want this. This is the This is the dirt. This is where I need to go down. So when I go down, it'll give me where I need to hit. There. So that is, bearing in mind that's the outside. 1, 2, 3, 5. That's our one that we keep in. Then I go here. Bearing in mind, so here it's like, that's the one I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the space, that's the one, that means it's that one. So we go there. Then we go, it's 1, 2, it's 3, so it's here. That means it's 1, 2, and 3. That means that's the, that there is the, you know what I mean, is the, oh, is that right? Have I, 2, 3, 2, 3. Have I done this wrong? If this is wrong, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. No, that's fine. That means 1, 2, 3. That's fine. That'll be there. 1, 2, 3. That's be fair. Yeah. Just, sometimes I look at it and thinking, oh, this is wrong. 1, 2, 3. That one. 1, 2, 3. That one. Yeah. So I need to just make sure that as I'm going down, I pick the right. Yeah, I think that's right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. No. Yes. Because that's 1, 2, 3. That's how I do it, isn't it? I do 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Jeez. Counting's hard. Then it with that. So that's our end. That's our end. That I am. This I could take out as well. Because that is to the next one over. And obviously this is the square. Then this is the square. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've taken out this one as well. Yeah. I've gone over a bit too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's that one. But I am taking out that one anyway. And obviously that means that one there. No, that one is that one. It skips. That means I can take this out as well. And this one. So as you can see, we've got the points here and we've got the thing here. Right. Sheesh. So, there we go. There we go. And this will now go down and get blasted. You see what he's doing? Well, he's not doing it yet, but he will do it in a minute. Once. Here we go. they'll start to go down and blast this out. So this should be blasting this section out and leaving. There we go. Leaving this pillar. If they don't leave the pillar, I'm going to have to put the... I'm going to be really careful. I'm alright in the first one, as long as I get it right. Yeesh. Wait, now you can see the... what's happening. To get this exactly right. If you don't get it right... So that basically... This hole that we're making is basically the same as this. But instead of taking all of this infrastructure down to start building the dirt back up again, we're doing it by... Now we've got the... Obviously, now we've got the... You know, we've got 3D dirt and the other things. We can do it a slightly different way. Like, so let's get rid of all this. And I don't need that. That could go. Oh, I have to set that to go. Right. Now I can go back and... I'm not going to do that, actually. I'm not going to do that in... I'm going to use it to do this. I don't want to... I want to get as much dirt as I can. See. We'll probably blow some of this. This is the problem. But it doesn't matter if it's going to get wet. Because that's just the way it goes. I'll turn this off. I'll probably do a ladder there. And then fill this part in. If I can, that's a ladder. That is not 3D dirt. Like there, I can sort of fill this in. It doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna like there, as this is the top. Are we doing? We're doing okay. We're doing... Let me prioritize that. Just this section. And then go from there. Right. And you can see the... And what I'll do is, like I said, I'll take this out. I'd really like to delete this. When I get down there, because this is going to be the top of the dirt, and then the next one. Just to get the next one. This will go anyway. This won't be there, but this will be changed, because then I can use it. I can't obviously plant anything on that. So I probably don't actually need this, to be honest. Oh yes, I can get it. Maybe I don't need that then. Bad water's fine. That's going to rush off at the back. Don't need to rush. Don't need to do it. I still need. Obviously, I need to have. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't want to go down any further. I need to have more food. The option is to have this as the food for a short period of time, because that's where our system's going to be pulled out of here, and obviously the housing will come back down here when I've got the trees actual being built. Anyway, I don't want to go too long with this because obviously the video from last time, so you can see. We'll quickly just go through a few seconds. Now they're going back to sleep again. So we'll be taking this down. That'll give me my poles. The one up above this is where the actual, you know, the platform, the dirt is, so obviously they can walk on, you know, like this, for an example, like this, if you like. Then I'll fix this one. Then it's sort of this next one I'll have to actually build myself because there's nothing that I can actually do. And as I'm going down, there's only relatively this sort of section, if we take this as the top, that is actually the next top. So any of the others doesn't really matter. So this section is the last one. So there's only this section I'm technically blasting out, because this is actually where it needs to be. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I understand that it's a bit of a nightmare, and but we will get there. We'll definitely you know, I don't know why I'm doing that, because there's only one day anyway. The water will come back, and then I need some more storage. I need more everything to be able to get this obviously playthrough going a bit further. It's such, you just don't have the room. That's the problem, and I obviously haven't got the capacity with the water either. So that's something else. And we may blast this down and do something with this as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.